Yo everybody, priming the machine, getting it ready. We're gonna go with silver, some color, I don't know. But these are the doors. There's a sanding sealer on those, and it's gonna be my base layer. It's already knocked down, ready for a top coat. This is Renner 851 10 sheen. We're gonna be spraying out of the Celfa Prima. We're gonna be drying with the Unidry at about 65% heat. Today, the humidity is really nice. Every day is a little different. People ask me all the time, how does it work? The Unidry, the sunspot's in there, and every day with the humidity and the coating is totally different. So you need to chart it out and make sure that you're keeping really good notes, because it's kind of mind-numbing how many variables there are with this machine. So pay attention. We're gonna get to it. If you have any questions, just message. Right. I'm gonna show you how this is spraying out. Let me flip this. And we're spraying right now 4 wet mils. It's very important to know the thickness of your wet coating. Every material has a different rating, how thick the coating has to go on while it's wet. So pay attention. We're about 4 minutes in. All the doors are loaded up through the machine. I am going to make a pit stop and show you one of the most important steps in finishing anything is measuring your wet coating thickness, like I just said, with one of these. I'll flip it around and show you. Open up the gates. And what you're doing is you're going to make an impression in this and count the dots. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 4 wet mils. That's exactly what you want. Now I've dialed this machine in, so I know exactly what I'm doing. But when you're in the booth, it's really important to use one of these, because the guns, the tips, the distance, all is different. I have my, you won't know what the problem is with your coating, or if you're training guys and something happens, it cracks, it's too light, it's gritty, it's too heavy, you filled the crack between the panel and the frame. There's a reason why. It really starts with one of these. And you have to know the flow of the material to come out of the machine correctly. Now these are big pumps, so the flow is completely different than when I spray by hand, because you really have to worry about how loose the material is, how non-viscous it is. The more viscosity it has, the thicker it is, the harder it is to spray out of like an air assist or HVLP, air assisted airless. But when you get to these big boy pumps, I mean, these are like 24 to 1s, 30 to 1s. If you're in the business, you know what that means. They're big. You don't really have to worry about that. But the doors are coming off. Let me grab a rack. I'm talking too much, but I do have the laser on, so they won't fall off the edge. And we'll try to run these doors, all right? All right, I'm gonna pull these off. Now it's about a 6-minute run. And try that in the booth. You definitely won't be able to. So these are dry and ready to be flipped. So in about 6 minutes front to back, you are handling the doors dry. Finishes tight. It's like a magic show. If you're a finisher, this is what I call cheating. All right, next step, we're gonna do the faces. So these are dry, but are they too hot? Yes. This machine goes up to a lot of degrees. We're probably kicking 210. These cannot be sprayed at 210. They really come out at about 110. I need them at 70. So we're running 92. Still way too hot to flip. It's not so much that they're not dry, but the paint is too warm. So when I flip them over and they stay warm, you could put an impression in this. So I need this to cool down to room temperature, 70 degrees, and then I'm gonna spray them. So we do have an air makeup unit that we can cool down. It blows directly in filtered air. I could cool it off that way. But today, it's a really nice day. I'm gonna open the front, bring it into the office area, and then cool these down in a few minutes. I'll run them through again. In the meantime, while these dry off, one of the most important things to do with a machine like this and any spray equipment is to clean it during coats. If you're not spraying, it's drying. So it's drying on the tip, it's drying on the guard, it's drying everywhere. As fast as this goes through here and dries, it's drying everywhere else. So you gotta make sure you blow the tips out, you spray a little bit, you clean it off, and then you keep them lubricated and wet. We do have a no drip spray that you can spray on the tips itself. I'm not using it on this because there's only 35 or so doors here, but on bigger sets I would use that. Envirolac makes a really good one if you're curious. You can ask anybody there. Talk to you soon.